What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today I genuinely was excited to film this video because it's about that time. I really wanted to film outside, but my phone was on 3% and I had to be on the chargers. So this is the closest that we get in. Anyways, let's get into the video. It has been, I want to say, almost 2 years since I filmed the last Big Shift video. And I have little shifts all the time, but it's different when it's like something inside me changes. It's like I was in one reality and like at the blink of an eye, I like jumped to another one. And it's kind of like this I think this shift that I've had kind of goes along with the last video I posted about changing your mindset, changing your perception, and how that will and can change your reality. And I think that me breaking patterns, ones that I like, my own patterns of like overthinking and worst case scenario and talking bad about myself, breaking patterns of things that I've learned that I've, from my family that have been passed down, breaking generational curses, that kind of thing. Like, breaking all those patterns continuously shifts my reality, but sometimes I don't realize how much work I've been doing until I get in a space like this where the same things don't bother me the way that they used to, or some things don't bother me at all. Unhealthy habits that I had before, it's not almost like I unlearned it. So I'm not operating from that mind frame anymore. It's like I had an iOS update or phone update, and so all the little bug fixes and stuff have been fixed, so to speak. And I don't remember if I've talked about this in a video or not, but I might have talked about it in my last video. But once I started this like whole journey of just, working on myself and growing and whatnot, I started writing down what my lessons were every year. So 2021 is kind of when I really just became more aware, and I started to understand what it was that I needed for myself, and what it was that I had a deeper level, a bigger level of clarity about my life and why I saw things differently than the rest of the world. Yeah, so I think year one was like awareness. After that was like, I think 2023 was like discipline. 2024 was I think 2024 was self-authority. And then 2025, 2022 I think was compassion, and then 2023 was discipline. It don't matter. I don't remember the exact order. But I brought that up to say that all of those lessons that I was learning were building blocks to get me to where I am now. All of those things were the essentials that I needed to be in the space that I am now. And this year is a year of embodiment. So all the things that I've learned, I've gathered so much information. And I was watching for the Healthy Host podcast, and he was just saying that at some point, like, when is the point that we, like, stop taking in information? Because I think right now, like, in the past few years, like, we've just had more access to information than ever before. And, you know, a lot of us are getting so many downloads, and we're studying, and we're just intaking so much to the point where it's like, okay, when does the learning process kind of slow down and we start taking what we learned and putting it into action? And I think everybody's life is different, but for me specifically, I'm in that space now. I am in that space where it's time to embody all of the things that I learned, and I really like that. That's a big word for me right now, because it's not just about practicing. It's not just about trying to become. It's being it. It is simply existing as all of the things put together. Like, I was watching a podcast yesterday, and it was just saying how, like, he said, you know, our body is a system. It is a network of systems, which indeed in fact it is. And that's just kind of how I look at it. Like, every system has layers and layers and layers, and I wouldn't have been able to reach this layer without everything else underneath. And so now it's like, okay, I had plenty of time to practice all those things. After the first year of just becoming more aware, I didn't stop being aware. I just got more aware as time went on, right? But it's like, how can I be, and this is something I had trouble with, is how can I be aware of, I don't know, I'll give you an example. A lot of us are aware of how our family operates, and it's very, very frustrating, right? Or even a lot of us are aware of the way that our family treats us. So it's like, how do I have this awareness and still have compassion for myself and for these people, even though I may view what they're doing as wrong or incorrect, whatever word you want to put on it. But I had to learn how to integrate all of those things. But no, like, this year is just about integration and stop, like, letting go of trying to be anything or be anyone. I think that's what I did for I'll say, look, going on 6 years. I was trying to be better. I was trying to be a better person, a better sister, a better friend, a better woman. I was trying to be a better person to myself. And at some point, the trying has to stop, and it has to just become who I am. I had so much practice. It's game time, bro. It is game time. Like, we had a long time to prep, and now the game has begun, and it's time to just go. And I think a lot of the times that some of us, or even me, like, have held myself back from just being and just existing and allowing myself to just flow, like, it's because I was afraid that if I did not stop trying, if I did not stop learning, if I didn't sit still, that everything will fall apart. That if I didn't stop trying to be this person that I wanted to be, I would never be her. When really, trying so hard to be her was what was holding me back from being her. I'm grateful for all of the time and the hard work and the freaking tears and being uncomfortable and just feel like I was in the trenches, to be honest. I'm done with that. It's time to just be her. Like, to me, trying is failure. Because if I tried something, I did it and it did not happen. If I'm continuing to try, that means I've done it a bunch of times and it hasn't happened yet. But I never gave space for it to even, for myself to show up, to actually see who I truly am, to see how I show up around others, by myself, just in general. What does it look like when I'm present and not trying? What does it look, because trying is almost like performing to me. So what does it look like when I stop the performance and I just exist? What does that look like? That leads me into the next kind of like big shift that I had, and that is trying to be digestible. That like goes into like people pleasing, trying to be someone for others. For so long I tried to explain myself to others. I tried to figure out who I was, put myself in a box. I tried to solidify myself, like, I'm Daisy and this is who I am. In one sentence, this is who I am. But I am so many things. I'm everything and everywhere all at once. And that is not something that you can explain. I am malleable. I am a shapeshifter. I can be one person here and another person there. But not because I'm being fake or that isn't me. It's just I know how to adapt based on the situation or scenario that I'm in. But the difference is now I accept that and allow it to be that. Right? Because at first it was more so of trying to blend in and fit in. And now it's like, no. Different situations, different scenarios call for you to be a certain part of yourself. Right? I'm not always going to be expressing every single part of myself at one time, right? And not only that, I don't need to try so hard to figure out who I am, because I'm not one thing. The only reason that I was trying so hard to figure that out is not because I didn't know who I was, because I've always known. One thing about it, two things for sure, I've always known who I am. Because I operate that way. But I was trying to figure myself out so I could explain myself to others. Alright, it got a little hot in here. And the camera decided to not die, but it got a little hot. And the camera was like, okay, I'm gonna have to stop you real quick. But I was just saying how, like, I know who I am. I've always known who I am, and I don't need to become digestible for other people. And I'm accepting that now. I honestly, I'm standing on that now. Like, that is about to be, well, that has become the best thing about me. Is that not everybody gets me. That I'm not for everybody. You're not special because everybody likes you. If you ain't got haters, then I don't know if you're real or not, shawty. I don't know. Just saying. I'm okay with being undigestible. I'm okay with being misunderstood. That's okay. Even when I first started filming YouTube videos, I wanted to be for everybody. But I'm not for everybody. And this is my little corner of the world. This is my little space. And whoever's meant to be here is going to be here. Whoever resonates with this corner of the world, hello, what's up? And if you don't, that's okay too, because I'm sure you will find the space that you resonate with. I'm just showing up, okay? I'm expressing myself. I'm being the authentic version of myself. And I'm staying true to that. And I'm being confident in that. I don't gotta try anymore. Trying is outdated. Okay? If I'm trying, then I'm not being myself. I'm trying to be somebody I'm not. I understand trying to do better and get better. Okay, that's cool. And all. I've been there, done that. And I'm not necessarily going to stop either. But less trying and more doing. Less information and more action. Existence. Just being. Unapologetically. Oh my god, I said that word right and it came out smooth too. Anyways, yeah. Peace, love, and light to y'all. Mwah.